Radiant team ban. Virtus Pro's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick.
Skywrath Mage.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Razor. Bat Rider.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I speak for the trees.
Radiant team ban.
Gah.
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota Pit League Season 2 Group Stages. Virtus Pro versus Complexity Gaming, Game number 2. We're underway into the draft. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mont. Joining me today is Mont Pax, our stats man. A great guy, providing some excellent stats and some trivia on the last game. And we saw a pretty good game between Virtus Pro and Complexity Gaming. One was on US East, which is very important to note. Complexity playing from Los Angeles to US East. They were sitting about 150 ping. Virtus Pro about 220 to 250 from the CIS region of Europe. So Virtus Pro now, they'll be on one of their home servers of Luxembourg, and they have the luxury of grabbing the Razor and Bat Rider first pick. The Death Prophet and the Faceless Void are smartly banned out, but by them, they'd rather not have it go to Complexity Gaming. And Complexity Gaming got dominated by G's Faceless Void and Sidoy's, G's Death Prophet and Sidoy's Faceless Void. It was actually impressive to watch. So, just something to keep in mind here. As also, John's Tram Protector was very good as well, and Complexity with the Respect ban coming through, making sure that doesn't get out to Virtus Pro. Luna gets banned out as well. They know Moon can play that hero. And Moon playing kind of a hard farming carry, which, he's good at, but I also think he thrives in heroes like Jakiro, like a Nature's Prophet, where he can get involved early. So that's just something to keep in mind. I really think that Complexity Gaming, they had a good game. They had a good game plan. The lanes weren't that great, though, and they got off to a rough start. Had Swiddle not lost his bottle early on in the game, I think they probably come out at least a little bit better and maybe even win that game. Jottam ran through to the mid lane. He ganked the courier, of Complexity, and fortunately the bottle was on said courier, so it was about 2.5 minutes before Swindle did get his bottle back up, and he had to actually go back home once, and he had to be helped a couple of times. And they did secure some kills on G, which I thought was really good. The rotations from Complexity early in the game were fantastic, but later on in the game their decision-making was, it left something to be desired, we'll say. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Because I know that Complexity can play better than that. On the other side of things, Virtus Pro are having a heck of a Dota pit right now. I mean, they're 3-0. They're looking to go 4-0 here against Complexity. Complexity is not an easy team to beat by any stretch of the imagination. And they're already in third place in Group A now because of that victory. Now, if this is split, Complexity go right back up, but or maybe I think Virtus Pro still are ahead, but still, at the same time, I mean, Virtus Pro, they're in a really good spot here. They pick up the Dazzle, they have a Bat Rider, they have a Razor as well. I really like the idea of a Dazzle with a Razor, especially against a Scarith Mage. The ultimate doesn't blow you up instantly, so it's important that you're able to get that Grave off while someone is Mystic Flared. But if you get Ancient Steel, then you're in a rough position. They do pick up the Nature's Prophet, which could be Limp, it could be maybe Riser, it could be Moon, and honestly, it could be Swindle as well. They've played this in so many different positions. I mean, Nature's Prophet is a hero that can go pretty much anywhere right now. We're away from what we used to see around TI3, where Nature's Prophet is only played in the offlane. It's the only place you'll ever see him. It's not the case anymore. We've seen a lot of 4-position Nature's Prophets. Again, we talked about Moon playing the Furion as well. We've seen mid-Furion from time to time as well. There's just so many things you could do with this hero now. But with the Tidehunter, now it is looking like a 4-position Nature's Prophet. At least 4-1. Because Tidehunter is going to be in the offlane for Complexity Gaming, I think. I don't see him going anywhere else. So for Virtus Pro, now they have to decide what they want to do with this. How are they going to line up against the Tidehunter? Are they going to keep the Razor in the safe lane? If so, they need some sort of lockdown other than Dazzle's Poison Touch to maybe bring this Tidehunter down. And they will pick up a Spectre, actually. So it looks like that's a Spectre safe lane, Razor in the mid lane. Spectre's fallen off recently, I feel like. I have yet to see him really thrive here in Dota Pit, but it's certainly something I haven't seen enough of to make a judgment call on. So that's my thought process on it. Complexity will pick up a hero in just a second, and we'll see what they do grab for themselves. I think they need some sort of core.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You look at what Riser did in the last game for Complexity on that Enigma. And you have to only assume that Nature's Prophet is going to be played in a similar vein. Because Riser was so good in the jungle, he got so much farm, and this time you're at a hero that actually has right-click and has some speed and some mobility to work with. You know, you don't have that in an Enigma. You really have Malphite, you have your Eidolon to pressure towers. Nature's Prophet has the luxury of having Treants. Complexity pick up a Weaver. This is a great hero. There's not much lockdown. It's good against the Bat Rider. Once you get your Lincoln Spear especially. It's good against Razor. It's actually fantastic against Razor. And this might even be Swindle's mid-hero because they know that Razor's going to be sent mid. And so Razor's not going to be able to static link any damage at all. Early on, it's going to be kind of annoying for the Weaver, but later on, Razor's static link is going to be more than useless, I think. At least against the Weaver. I should say that. Ancient Apparition has been up. They don't want to have that combo BAA Weaver. I really think, I mean, this could be your safe lane, though. That's the thing. Complexity could pick up Weaver for the safe lane. And it actually is more likely than you think. I just don't know what Swindle grabs for himself then. I mean, Swindle's not necessarily a Weaver player, though. That's the thing. This might just be Moon's hero. And against a Bat Rider, he'll probably be more than okay. With help from a Scarith Mage. So I think this is a little bit more of a sound draft for Complexity Gaming. They're not going up against an aggressive tri-lane from Virtus Pro. At least they shouldn't be. With a Spectre Dazzle. I mean, Spectre is just awful in an aggro tri-lane. I don't see that happening. Virtus Pro is going to pick up something. It'll be another support, more than likely. I don't expect to see a 4-position Bat Rider coming through in just a moment.
Remaining. Reserve time. 1
minute left on reserve time now for Virtus Pro. What are they going to grab? Who knows? They're thinking about it. They're really thinking about it. And we'll get into that choice in just a moment, guys. Again, I do want to give the Dota Pit admins a shout-out for being so great. Make sure you check out the ticket, $9.99 in the store. That includes the Sorcerer of the Blackpool Lich set, which is great stuff. Also, shout-outs to Sennheiser for sending me the Game Zero headset, which is, I'm wearing it currently. It's beautiful. It's great stuff. Very comfortable also. 30 seconds left on reserve time now for Virtus Pro. We'll see what they grab up next with their item, with their choice, rather. They're taking a long time, and they're allowed to. They have plenty of reserve time to work with. Also, shout outs to our other sponsors, Sapphire, AMD, Twitch, and Tessero. Of course, in conjunction with us, Highground.tv, where we have lots of cool stuff coming your way.
Spirit Breaker.
Oh, I was not expecting
Radiant
that. Who are they,
pick.
Tralf? What do they think they're doing here? Spirit Breaker, the Space Cow? Come on. That's ridiculous. They will grab the Spirit Breaker, the Space Cow here, and I'm excited to see what they can do with this pick. Complexity now going to grab a pickup of another hero as well. We'll see what they want to get. They've got a couple of options here. And now we find out where they're going to play each of these heroes. Is Nature Prophet going to be a carry? Is he a 4 position? Is he a 2 position?
5
Is Weaver going in the safe lane? Is he going in the middle lane? What do Complexity do? They have 8 seconds left in reserve time. Your guess is as good as mine,
Time.
ladies and gentlemen.
5 seconds remaining.
What are we going to find out here? Viper. They pick up the Viper. Viper played by Swindle in the middle lane. 4 position. Nature's Prophet now coming out for Riser. All right. Actually, it's Z-Freak. Riser's playing the Skywrath Mage. Interestingly enough. So they feel a bit more comfortable for him on that Nature's Prophet. And Limp has played so damn well in pretty much every single hero that I've seen. But Virtus Pro, I mean, they played extraordinarily well in that first game. It's going to be tough for them to lose this second game, I think, with the Luxembourg advantage. You're looking at Complexity. They're playing from LA to Luxembourg. In fact, I want to check the ping while we have a second. I mean, I guess it's about the same as Virtus Pro playing to East, so I shouldn't make too much of a big deal about it. They're sitting around 230, 240, 250, maybe even up to 260.
Remaining.
It's possible to play with. It's kind of annoying. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's certainly doable. So, I mean, that's really the issue now. Limp pauses the game real quick. Hopefully we don't have any other internet issues like we had in game number 1. I doubt we will. Just setting some things up here for Complexity. They'll try to get things going in just a moment. So, Virtus Pro versus Complexity, game number 2 in a 2-game series. Again, this is our last game before we head on to, I guess, a holiday, a break, a vacation, if you will. As Starladder is starting up with their LAN finals. And again, the next game is going to be on the 28th of October. About 3 days before Halloween. Which, by the way, we will have a game on Halloween. It'll be EG versus Power Rangers. I'm excited for that. But on October 28th, our game is going to be Virtus Pro versus Power Rangers at 1745 CEST. Or 1745 CET, I suppose. It will change over. Daylight savings time or something. I don't know how that works. And then afterwards, we will have Virtus Pro versus 4A SC at 2130. So we'll have a bit of a break in between, and then we'll get right into that one. But for now, this is our last game of the day. And for those of you joining us on the rebroadcast, thank you so much. American Dota. It's nice to be able to have that time zone. And I'll be able to put that up at about 5 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. Not that I guess it doesn't matter. People are already watching. No, so. Virtus Pro, we'll introduce them real quick. BZZ on your Spectre. Yol will be on your Dazzle. We'll see G or God. He'll be on the Razor. Jadlim's going to be on your Spirit Breaker. And down bottom, it is going to be Sidoi, the off lane. He'll be on your Bat Rider with that nice little respirator there. For Complexity, we've got Limp. He'll be your off-lane Tidehunter coming out. Mid lane, Swindlemelon's on your Viper. Down bottom, Z-Freak. He's going to be on your Nature's Prophet. 3 Mantles of Intelligence, no Tangos, and 3 Clarities. Interestingly enough. Riser's going to pick up your Skywrath Mage. Moonmander on your Weaver. So, again, kind of a greedy lineup for Complexity. We've seen this so often, though. I think EG was one of the first teams to do it, where they pick the Nature's Prophet, they put him in a 4 position, and they work from there. And the 4 position Nature's Prophet has been something that's been happening for a long time. A long, long time in the pub scene. The only issue is that you have a solo support, but it seems like Riser doesn't really mind in this situation. With the change to TP scrolls, you're now able to buy things a bit more efficiently. You won't get boots as early, but for the most part, you should still be okay. Spectre does peek up the bouncy rune in that top rune spot. Moon picks to the double damage. That's frightening if you're Sidoi. Sidoi will probably hit up to level 2 and then head to his own jungle, and they'll probably stack some camps and get him an early Blink Dagger. And with Dire's side, they do still have that Roshan advantage. You can Firefly over the cliff here, and try to find a way to be able to take Roshan. You don't have that luxury on a Radiant side Bat Rider. You have to go up over here to try to find anything. I just don't think that's as effective. Jotum throws down an Observer Ward. This will block the camp more than likely. In fact, I think it already has. So making sure they can't pull. And this is a very good ward because I don't think this is going to be countered. I'd be very surprised. They even have sentries. No, they don't even have sentries. And this is the problem with level... Oh, God, they're charging right in onto Swiddlemelons. The charge is going to come through. Static Link does break. He does lose 21 damage. He does do Nether Toxin, so he actually still does a lot. Jotum getting caught out now. He's getting low. There's the Plasma Field. They have no way to lock him down, however. They're going to turn their attention towards GG. Zapping down Z-Freak, but he's still alive. There's the poison attack from Swindle. A lot of early trading coming through, but no deaths. No fatalities, as it were, just yet. Limp in the top lane. He's going to try to make life miserable for BZZ. Anchor Smash is already doing some work. Yul's getting pushed back as well. Limp is doing a nice job in this top lane. Meanwhile, Moon Meander down to the bottom lane with 7 last hits, but 5 sticky napalm stacks, although he does have 9 stick charges. So some early game aggression, and that's just how we like things here on Dota Pit. G now bringing out a salve coming through. And Jotum looking for another charge, potentially to the mid lane. Swindlemelons does not have a salve, and G's looking to go again. There's the charge. Swindle might get static link here. They're going to static link now. Swindle, TP rotation is going to come through. They're getting go. G's through with the poison attack. There's the flash field as well. Concussive shot going through, but G does pick up the first blood. TP coming in. This will be a little bit late. They will get the return kill. It actually is going to be a split up between the two. Now Jotum getting caught out. He's rather slow at this point, but Brazier does not chase. Z-Freak does not chase either. They'll put up some more treants and they'll work on getting something else done. And the reason why they couldn't get the first blood the first time around was I think Z-Freak, he did have his TP in, but meanwhile, Limp is going to work on BZZ. There's going to be the Shadow Wave coming in, the Poison Touch as well. Limp now getting low. The Anchor Smash going again. They will lose some of their damage. Limp getting low. He might fall here to the right click. Salve up, but he does get wasted. The last right click coming through, and he actually has to go back home because of this. And now Jotum chasing after Z-Freak. Z-Freak is going to TP away. Jotum with no bash points just yet. So on your own, I don't think Razor can win this lane, but with the help of Jotum coming through, they're doing a nice job of harassing down Swindlemelons and making his life very hard. And even though Anchor Smash is going in the top lane, BZZ still has 15 last hits. So, I mean, the Spectre's doing pretty well for himself. TP mid lane, Static Link going in. They're forcing a lot of rotations from Riser and the rest of the squad. I mean, a lot. And G's going to get harassed down a little bit. Swindle's missing 28 damage, but Nether Toxin again. Too good to pass up. He's not even getting any points in Corrosive Skin yet. This is how important those early points in Nether Toxin and Poison Attack are when you don't have that damage to work with, the base damage anyway. Down bottom, 18 last hits now coming out for the Weaver. He is leading the way. So Moonmander's done a nice job. And Sidoi will go back to the jungle at some point in time. They are not stacking for him. Not yet, anyway. So when he gets there, he'll have to do it on his own. Swindle continues to farm in the mid lane. 4 minutes in. And Z-Freak, he already has one Null Talisman. He's working on his second one. He'll have that soon. He actually can buy it out now, I think. His third Null Talisman. He's going to TP to the rune spot. He will find a bounty rune, which will purchase him up his second null. Maybe he boots his speed instead. Rise is going to pick up an illusion rune, which means that, oh, hold on. Swindle's getting ganked mid, maybe. Static Link's going to go, and immediately it's broken, so only 14 damage stolen there. The charge not coming into effect. Limp in the top lane. He's sitting on 6 last hits, although the Bat Rider's sitting on 11, and Limp actually had to go back home. He's level 4 now. Bat Rider is almost level 5, so in terms of the off-lane battle, Sidoi is getting the better end of that stick. Swindle now sitting on half health here. Top lane, they are pinging on Limp. He is getting rather low. He does have a sal, mind you. He can buy his boots if he wants to. More right click coming through, and G is not having as great of a time as he did in the first game. However, the CS is about tied. And this is where you expect the Razor and the Viper to be at this point, though. Just kind of trading her ass. It's like when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. And that's what this matchup is. Sidoi fireflies the enemy jungle now. He will pick up one creep camp. Again, no pulls available for complexity. Z-Freak now might get caught out. He will lose his clarity. Sidoi still chasing after him. The courier flies right over. Wants to get top of the got on right now. Stop this gank here. Sprout up onto two concussive shot as well. They eat their way through with the quelling blade. Jadam's still slowed up. In fact, both Jadam and BZZ were slowed up, but Salve goes through from BZZ. They stay alive, so rotation just to keep them safe, but at least just to keep them safe anyways. And he's fine, and now they rotate back towards the enemy, or their own jungle rather. Down bottom, Moon Meander going on to Sidoi. Oh, Moon does stick up. He doesn't have time lapse yet. Sidoi's gonna just try to get across the river. Moon stays in the Firefly and takes a lot of damage because of that. And now he's just got to tango up and try to get back to full health. BZZ still from top lane. 30 last hits for him. He does get the kill on the Tidehunter. Nice play there as he gets caught out of position. Invis Rune from Riser will be picked up here. He'll head to the top lane. He does have Ancient Seal, but I don't see what they're going to get done with this. Meanwhile, what is Swindle up to? Looks like he had to go back home. He was getting pressured. He does pick up a Bracer. He's not going for the early mech. Not yet anyways. He goes back to the mid lane. Invis is still available for Riser. Let's see if they can get this kill onto G. G's level 7, by the way. They should have Viper Strike up on Swindle. In fact, they do. That's a shot. Ancient Seal. Viper Strike is going to go. The TPN from Z-Freak. There's the charge up. G still in some trouble. G about to fall. And will Static Link does nothing. Jadam getting poison attack down. Swindle might dive this with his Treants. Decides against it. And they pick up the kill on G. Again, this was the issue for G last game. Was the gank trade coming from complexity. Great rotations this time around. Jadam will pick up some solo experience, and that is a nice trade-off. But he's only level 3 almost. And that's a problem. The experience, again, going for complexity. So they're getting the better end of the experience trade. Net worth trade, I'm not sure. It looks like Virtus Pro are getting the better end of that, but only by 1,500. TP now comes back in. Charge onto Swindle. He's in some trouble now. Jadam. There's the static link going. Two Swindle's going to lose a lot of damage here. More TP's in. Plasma field going. Swindle trying to get the kill on Jadam. Jadam will fall to the poison. G taking some tower hits as well. 1-for-1 exchange. Riser backing away, throws down an arcane bolt and says, I'm out of here. All the meanwhile, Moon continues to farm bottom. We'll see if he's going for a Midas. It looks like he has his gloves of haste. This Midas will be a bit late if he is going for said item. But he does have the highest in net worth now. In top lane, Limp is still trying to find arcanes at the very least. And then maybe towards a Blink Dagger. And BZZ is at some decently farmed. I know, he's got the phase boots. He's going to maybe go for a drum. He already has Torment Shield. Radiance is the choice of most Spectres. And I imagine that's what he'll purchase after he maybe gets a drum first. You don't have to get the drum, but I certainly do think it's a good idea. Down bottom, Moon working on pushing into this tower. And yeah, I mean, it looks like he is going to be going for, I think, a Midas here. He knows this game is going to go late. Problem is, this is going to give more time for your Spectre to get your Radiance. But at that point, I mean, you're going to need some items, and you're not going to have any items really before BZZ gets his Radiance. So I think that's a fine choice. I think he's got a Bracer flying out. No, it's an Urn. Okay, so the Urn coming out, the BZZ Spectre Urn now coming through. The Spectre Urn is something that we've seen often as well. Not that shocking. Blimp's still trying to get farmed here. He purchases up a bottle, actually, instead of getting Arcanes. So maybe he goes for bottle into a Blink instead of getting to the Arcanes. BZZ's done a nice job of harassing him, making sure he can't get any CS here. Urn is delivered. Limp was thinking about chasing after the courier, decides against it. Firefly, so Sidoi has rotated over to the jungle. It's going to be a 9-minute Blink Dagger, roughly. I mean, he has it now. He's got it. He's going to buy it up, and he's ready to go. He'll buy a smoke as well. Charge down onto Moon Manor in the bottom lane. They're trying to defend this tower. Jadam comes in. Z-Freak sees him. He's about to sprout him up. Decides against him. He's got Trench, by the way. Still 2 answers and 1 null. Great sprout. Now they're going to chase up to Jadam. Jadam is in trouble. He'll try to TP away, and he should be able to make it out alive, but just barely. Moon almost gets the kill with Shikuchi. His Midas is now done. He'll purchase that up. That'll be flown out to him, and he actually TP's home to purchase it up. So a 9-minute Midas coming out with Boots of Speed and Ringing of Aquila. 58 last hits at about 10 minutes, so not the best, but not the worst either. They'll Blink Dagger, so Virtus Pro are going to start making things happen here. And you can imagine with Haunt, with Blink, Lasso, G, with Static Link, he almost has Eye of the Storm. I mean, there are going to be some kills. They have this global presence from Virtus Pro. Not that Cole doesn't. Blink, Lasso, Swindle, instant cover. There's the Static Link coming in. Jotham's going to come through as well. The Haunt coming in as well. Swindle, he's going to fall to the plastic world. They Reality into Rise. Rise is going to get caught up. There's the Ravage going through, not doing much. Now Z-Freak, they're going to turn their attention towards him. He's going to spread up. He's going to fall as well. 3 done. Virtus Pro are overrunning Complexity. Limp says, please, no more. I am running away. Plastic Field Gush goes. He's going to fall as well. The ultimate, no. Jada doesn't even have it yet. And they bring down 4 heroes. There's the global presence I was just talking about from Virtus Pro. Moon now is the only one to survive that team fight, which was an obliteration, if you will, from Virtus Pro. And that gives them a gigantic lead coming in. Meanwhile, they're not dead yet. Moon's going to try to hit down Virtus Pro's G. Coming in, there's the Nature's Wrath. Swindle comes in as well. Jada might fall here. There's the concussive shot. He charges his way to the bottom lane. He says, I'm out of here, guys. Peace. And Complexity cannot get a return kill. They do keep their tower alive. It's at half health. But after that, they lost a lot of net worth. That is a huge victory for Virtus Pro. And one that gives a lot of gold towards Spectre. 1,000. He's still going to need to get towards his Radiance, but that fight is big. Z-Freak was not really there in time for his TP to help out. A bit unfortunate. Meanwhile, Moon getting Static Links. G taking 112 of his damage away. Moon can Chikuchi away again if he needs to. He decides against it. G TP's down bottom to continue to farm. And Yol will farm in the mid lane as well with Arcanes now and level 7. And Yol wasn't even really effective in that fight. Top lane, diving on PZZ now. He does have Grave Ancient still coming in. There's the Grave coming through. Now they'll chase down Limp. There's the weave up. BZZ throws up the Spectral Daggers. BZZ rather low, looking for a lasso. We'll find it on the Z-Freak. One coming in, no Ravage now. He'll anchor smash. BZZ getting kind of low. There's the Shadow Wave. No Grave left, but they will grab the kill. Here comes Swindle, though. Viper Strike, Sadoy. They might bring 1 kill down. Jotham comes in. Jotham, ultimate onto Riser. Is it enough damage? Not yet. 1 bash. The RNG God not there. Z-Freak TPing back, and he buys back. There's the spread onto Jotham. They do get the kill on Riser. Jotham getting low. He can't get out of there. He will fall. The only casualty from Virtus Pro in that engagement. BZZ looking for a fight as well. He sticks up, Arcane's up. They're ready to go. He's got the Urn. Z-Freak getting chased down. There is no Spectral Dagger because he just used it on cooldown for another second. All the meanwhile, Jotham, or rather G, farming down in the bottom lane. He's going to be pushing up 1,200 Golden Bank. Looks like an early BKB for G. And he'll probably take his tower as well. Although there is a TP now coming up from Riser. He doesn't have enough damage. Z-Freak spread up. G actually in trouble. Trying to TP away. Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare will zap him down. Riser does get the kill. That was the worst taunt I've ever heard. Skyrath, when he gets a kill, says, haha. Come on, Skyrath, you're better than that, man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
2,000 gold for BZZ. His Radiance is now... It's getting close. The Radiance Fund is, it's starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Haunt, Reality down bottom. They're looking for Z-Freak. They're going to find it. BZZ disappears right before my very eyes, only to kill Z-Freak in the bottom lane, and he gets the kill. And this is why Spectre's good in this metagame. If you have a hero, another hero to help you with a global strategy, it's not bad. It's not difficult to find kills. And this is with level 1 Haunt, by the way. So you have an extra second of duration coming in with its second level. Charge across the map. They're looking for Swindle. And he does have level 2 corrosive skin. This is the problem. He's only got, what, 50% magic. This is Blink Lasso as well. Nether Strike is available. They're not using it yet. Static Link is going to go. There's going to be the poison hit from Yol. And they will grab the kill with Sadoy. 14 minutes now. Complexity down 2 heroes. 5-12 the kill score. The net worth just keeps dropping in favor of Virtus Pro. And they're on their home server of Lux right now, and they're doing some pretty decent work. Moon now Chikuchi'd up looking for BZZ. He's going to Spectral into the trees. They will swarm him up. They're going to make some trees as well, but BZZ is gone. He will TP back home. He's 1,000 away from his relic. Meanwhile, the gank train from Virtus Pro does not stop. There is no lasso. Riser, though, has a haste rune. Meanwhile, Nether Strike going in. Dash Lord might be there, but still, Riser's very quick. And the last end of that haste rune will whimper out, but he does stay alive. Meanwhile, TP up onto G. Might get caught out there. Suggesting to Static Link going up. They're going to pop the Ravage. They really want G. Static Link going. Z-Freak loses 56 damage. And they will have the Grave about to come through from Yol. Ivy Storm coming in. Now Swindle has to back up. Z-Freak getting charged as well. The rest of the team is approaching. The charge is going to get there. It hits onto Swindle and to Z-Freak. They cancel the teleportation scroll. Swindle now getting brought low, but not before they kill Z-Freak, their first target. They're looking for Swindle. Poison Touch is there. Will they dive this tower? Jotum has charged up in 1 second. Blink Lasso. That'll be up on the Jotum on the Limp Drive. They kill Swindle immediately. Limp getting caught out. Look at the damage from the Static Link. They bring him down. G gets a double kill. Now they're going to turn their attention toward the tier 1 tower here in this top lane. The Shadow Wave going yet again. And BZZ 300 gold away from his relic. Complexity are getting destroyed.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The only thing they can rely on right now is Moon getting up. He's going for a Lincoln Sphere and then maybe a Desolator, but at that point, you're still very far behind. You're behind a Radiant Spectre. He now has enough money for his relic. Moon is getting chased down and getting charged as well. Moon's taking a lot of damage. Charge in. Nether Strike might go here, and it will. Moon trying to take the tower down. He'll get the kill on the tower, but he will lose his life, so Joy gets the kill. And BZZ, please buy your relic, sir. .66% win rate when you get your ratings before the 20-minute mark in Pro Dota 2. BZZ is going to have it probably before the 18-minute mark, assuming he can still get some more farm here. Aghanim Scepter is almost done for G, and it's already level 2 Eye of the Storm. Z-Freak is getting charged. Jotum has to come a long way, and Z-Freak will just TP back up to the Ancient Stack here. So Jotum's pathing changes. He's still going on a run, though. He's not stopping. Charge and Hawk as well. Z-Freak in some trouble. There's the reality in. Limp has no rabbit out of the way. Z-Freak's power is going to try to keep the out. Looks like he will make it in time. No! They get the kill with BZZ's last right click. Now Limp getting Static Link as well. He's getting right click down. He is very tanky. Jotum charges in yet again. Last one going into the backside out of somebody. I'm not sure who. Meanwhile, it's going to be on Swindle. BZZ, reality's over, or just Spectral's going to get another 3 kills. GG called from Complexity. 17 minutes in, they know they're far behind. They cannot get back into this one. And a quick game. Virtus Pro 2-0 this series. Extraordinarily well played. If you want to know how to play a global strategy, this, my friends, is it. That was damn good coming out from Virtus Pro. Complexity, they got wrecked in that series. So that'll be it for us today. That's game 2 in the books. Complexity, they go down 0-2. They're now sitting, I believe, at 3-3. Virtus Pro, they're 4-0. They're sitting at, I believe, second here in the group stages for Group A of Dota Pit League Season 2. Again, we will have a break, guys. We have no more games until the 28th of October, and that'll be Power Rangers versus, I believe, Virtus Pro. Again, October 28th. If you enjoyed my casting, go ahead and follow me at twitter.com/SmartDota for more information on what I'm up to. I will be back tonight on Beyond the Summit to bring you the Summit 2 Chinese qualifiers. We've got some big name teams like Newbie, I believe, and Vici are going to be there as well. Very excited to bring you that action. Big shout out to Montpax for joining me today. You can follow him at twitter.com/Montpax, MOTPAX. And make sure you guys check out DotaPit.com for more information about the tournament. Twitter.com/DotaPit. And the ticket, of course, is $9.99 in the Dota store. Comes with the Sorcerer of the Blackpool Lich set. Beautiful set at that. Shout out to our sponsors, Twitch, AMD, Tessero, Sennheiser, and Sapphire. We'll get out of here, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see y'all later. Take it easy.